Once upon a time, in a kingdom reborn from sorrow, the grandest wedding in a century lit the palace with golden light. Princess Alaric, once lost, once nearly drowned in the lily ponds, now stood radiant beside her husband, Prince Alaric, the man who had once been a humble frog beneath a cruel enchantment. The kingdom rejoiced, bells rang across the valleys, lanterns floated into the sky, music echoed through marble halls. But not every heart celebrated. High above the palace gardens, inside a cold stone tower, the evil stepmother watched. In her trembling hands, she clutched her obsidian mirror, the source of her power. "I buried you in mud," she hissed. "You were meant to be forgotten." To see the princess alive, restored, and powerful beside a prince of true nobility was more than her dark heart could endure. And so she prepared one final curse. That night, as celebration softened into quiet candlelight, the stepmother disguised herself as an old servant and slipped unseen into the royal gardens. From a velvet pouch, she scattered black seeds beneath the princess's balcony window. By moonrise they had bloomed, iron roses. Their petals were dark as ink. Their thorns glinted like blades. Their scent drifted upward like invisible smoke. These were no ordinary flowers. Their fragrance did not kill the body. It hardened the heart, slowly, silently. By dawn, the princess's kindness would turn to stone, and she would become as cold and cruel as the woman who planted them. The stepmother smiled and retreated into shadow, but she had forgotten something. Prince Alaric had once lived as a frog in the palace ponds for many long years. Though human once more, he had not lost everything from that life. He could still hear the whisper of grass in the wind. He could still sense poison in the air, and he could still understand the language of the pond. As the scent of iron roses crept into the royal chamber, the princess stirred uneasily, but the prince did not fall asleep. Instead, he heard it, a frantic chorus of croaks from the lily pond below, urgent, warning, fearful. He rose from bed and stepped onto the balcony. The night air shimmered with dark magic. Below, in the garden shadows, he saw the stepmother lifting her mirror, chanting the final spell. The prince did not reach for a sword. He did not call the guards. Instead, he closed his eyes and remembered the day the princess had kissed him, not out of greed or ambition, but from pure compassion. He placed 2 fingers to his lips and whistled a low, rhythmic tone. It echoed across stone and water, from the castle moats, from the forest streams, from hidden marshes and forgotten wells. Thousands of frogs answered. They leaped through the gardens in waves of green and gold. They did not attack. They did not bite. They simply surrounded the stepmother. And then they began to sing, a deep, rolling chorus of croaks and tones, not chaotic, but unified, harmonic, ancient. The vibration shook the air itself. The obsidian mirror trembled, cracked, shattered. Without her mirror to anchor her dark magic, the curse had nowhere to settle. And magic, when cast without love, cannot float freely. It must return. The black mist recoiled like a wounded serpent. The stepmother screamed as her own spell wrapped around her. But she had no love in her heart, no kindness, no purity to shield her, and so she did not transform into a frog. She did not vanish into smoke. She became something far smaller, a tiny stone statue, cold, silent, placed forever in the center of the garden she tried to poison. As morning light broke across the kingdom, the iron roses crumbled into harmless ash. The princess awoke untouched, her heart still warm. Hand in hand, she and the prince walked into the garden. The frogs returned to their ponds. The stone statue remained, not as a trophy, but as a reminder. From that day forward, the princess and her prince ruled wisely. They built fountains in the gardens where lilies bloomed. They protected the ponds and marshes, and every year on their anniversary, the kingdom held a festival called the Night of True Hearts. Because the people learned something that night: darkness can plant thorns, but purity grows stronger roots. And in the quiet garden, among blooming roses of red and gold, a small stone figure stood forever still, as love ruled the kingdom at last.